report, I researched Caterpillar Inc.
And I did a Deere Company.
Caterpillar Inc. has been in business for over 85 years. It was created by Benjamin Holt in California around 1910, and it was named Holt Caterpillar. In 1925, they merged with C.L. Best and formed Caterpillar Incorporated. The company went public on the New York Stock Exchange in 1929, and its headquarters are currently in Peoria, Illinois. It has made 36 acquisitions since 1950, and in 2009 was 44th in the S&P 500. Three goals for the next 5 years are to have total shareholder return be in the top 25% of the S&P 500, to ensure that the over 125,000 employees at Caterpillar Inc. are as happy as can be and have the best work environment possible, and to ensure that customers make more profit with Caterpillar than with any of their competitors.
In 1837, John Deere built a steel plow to help farmers cut through their clean furrows through the soil. Deere Company officially became incorporated in 1858, and their headquarters are in Belline, Illinois. They have 4 core values, which is commitment, innovation, integrity, and quality, and they are focused on 6 areas, and that would be the United States and Canada, Europe, Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And the industry that they're in would be the construction, machinery, and equipment industry, which consists of bulldozers, cranes, plows, etc. Most companies are less than 500 employees, but the industry sales, 70% of it comes from those over 500. And Illinois is the top state for number of employees of revenue, which is where both of our headquarters are located.
In the early 21st century, the industry was rather slow, but this was where the industry started to gain a little bit of steam. During World War I, most of the companies that were around during this time, they were building equipment to help out in the war efforts, such as building the treads for tanks, helping make other vehicles, or making vehicles to help with farming. Many inventions helped the industry grow, such as bulldozers in the 1920s. And in the 1990s, there was the most growth. This was because there was a booming economy and low interest rates. This caused a higher demand for houses, stores, hotels, restaurants, pretty much anything you could think of, roads, bridges. And then in the end of the 1990s, things began to slow because there was a financial crisis in both Russia and Asia. In order to counter this, the United States passed the Transportation and Efficiency Act for the 21st century, which was just infrastructure projects, setting aside money for bridges, roads, and this kind of kept the industry afloat. Other than that, in the new millennium, the business has been booming, but due to the financial crisis in 2008 and 2009, the industry was low for those couple of years, but since then has begun to rebound.
The current ratio is a good measurement of a company's liquidity, and as you can see, Deere Company has had over double their assets compared to the liabilities, which is much better than Caterpillar, who has been over 1.5. And this just means that Deere Company can pay off their short-term obligations rather easily.
Another liquidity ratio is the quick ratio. It's essentially the same as the current ratio, but inventory is taken out because it is the least liquid of all the current assets. As you can see, Deere Companies, theirs stayed relatively the same because they have a low number of inventory, while Caterpillar Inc.'s fell a little more dramatically because they have a higher number of inventory. But as far as liquidity goes, Deere
That fucking J-Lo.
Turnover, Deere & Company for last year had 5 times, and their range is about 5 to 7, and Caterpillar's is pretty low, from 3 to 4.5. And depending on the type of industry and how the competitors are doing, is measured, or that's how you measure whether this is successful or not. And being in the industry that they're in, this is a good number because they sell equipment which isn't easy to pay off, and it would be understandable.
All right. Total asset turnover is another activity ratio. The industry average is 0.91. So as you can see, both companies are below the industry average, but at the same time, these are the 2 top companies in the industry. Caterpillar Inc., this is one ratio that they were actually higher in than Deere & Company. And essentially what it means is that is how many times per year a company turns its assets over and how efficiently the firm uses its assets to generate money.
For the debt ratio, Deere & Company and Caterpillar are both rather high in this number, which means that most of the money is, or most of their sales, they generate profit mostly from other people's money. And having a high debt ratio also indicates there's a higher level of risk, but it also means they have more financial leverage.
All right, and equity multiplier is pretty much the total assets per dollar of stockholders' equity. And as you can see, for the years 2007 and 2008, Caterpillar Inc. had a higher equity multiplier than Deere & Co. But then in 2009 through 2011, Deere & Company ended up being higher.
Deere & Company and Caterpillar both had a consistent net profit margin. As you can tell, in 2009, they're both really low because of the recession that hit. But since then, they have been both increasing their net profit margin, which is a good sign. And as long as they can keep it around 9%, which is what they're increasing, they should be good.
All right, and the return of assets is another profitability ratio. This essentially measures how efficient a firm is at using their assets. In 2011, the industry average was 7.12%. As you can see, again, both these firms were below the industry average and weren't as efficient in using their assets, but at the same time, both these firms have a much larger amount of assets than other firms in the industry, and that is why their numbers are lower. All right, and the market value ratio that we decided to use was price per earning ratio. And pretty much this shows the amount of confidence that investors have in a firm. And as you can see from the years 2009 to 2011, both firms have gone down almost exponentially, and Caterpillar Inc., has been, was much higher, and then now it's just slightly higher than Deere. In conclusion, Deere & Company has much greater ratios has much greater numbers for many of the ratios compared to Caterpillar Inc. Like I said earlier, when it came to liquidity, this was partially because the majority of, I wouldn't say the majority, but a larger number of assets for Caterpillar Inc. are fixed assets and long-term assets, making them less liquid. Even though Deere & Company has higher numbers in the majority of the ratios, Caterpillar Inc. does have a much greater number in sales and brings in a larger number of profit. Anything else? All right.
done.